Hello my dear students, welcome to the subject of statistics for the class 12th English medium, the part 1 chapter 4 time series by Vitan sir. In the last tutorial that we studied, we practiced the least square method and we completed the exercise 4.2. Now, in this time tutorial, we will study the final method, that is the moving average method of solving time series problems. The moving average method, or also known as the method of moving average. Now, we know that the time series data is affected by short term variations like seasonal variations and cyclical variations. What happens here, that these variations are repeated, or they are in repetitive in nature, meaning they are repeated at stipulated time periods. Yes, these variations repeat themselves at fixed periods. Now, these repetitions are called the oscillation period. These repetitions are known as the oscillation period. So, what happens that to remove these short-term variations and to find the trend, a method of moving average is used. Based on the period of repetitions, or also known as the oscillation, average values are found, and these averages depict the trend. That is, the period of repetitions are used to find the trend here. So the average values based on the period of repetitions is found, and then we find the average of those values. These periods could be days, weeks, months, or years. So it is not necessary that the repetitions happen in years or months only. It can happen in days, weeks, years, months, quarters. It could be anything. Let us take an example here. Suppose y1, y2, y3 dot 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 yn are the observations of time series with oscillation period of 3. Now here 3 could be days, months, weeks, it could be anything. Let us just take it is 3. Now what we are going to do here, that we will add the first 3 observations in sequence, that is y1, y2 and y3, and then divide it by 3, that is we find the average of the first 3 observations, that is we will add the 3 observations and divide it by 3. The answer which we will get, we will write it in the middle observation, that is the y2. So what we do here, the oscillation period is 3, so we take the first 3 observations, add them, divide them by 3, that is we find their average and write the average in front of the middle value. Next, we will add y2, y3, y4, that is we take next observations. The first pair was y1, y2, y3. The next pair is y2, y3, y4. We will take these 3, add them, divide them by 3 and write the answer in front of the middle observation, that is y3. What happens, that we will continue this process for y3, y4, y5, then y4, y5, y6, then y5, y6, y7 and so on. We will get all the averages except for the first and the last value. As you can see here, for the very first set of observations, that is y1, y2, y3, we wrote the average in front of y2. That means y1 was omitted. Likewise, the very last observation will also be omitted because we can't write any averages in front of them. So the answers, these averages are the trends, and they are called the moving average trends. And the method of obtaining these averages, these moving averages, is called the moving average method. So this is how you do the moving average method sum. Now let us take an illustration to understand it. So directly we will know it when we solve it. It's like that. We will take illustration 8. The number of accounts opened in different weeks in a branch of a certain bank are given below. Here weeks are 1 to 10 and the number of accounts is opened is given. We have to find the trend using 3 weekly moving averages. Here the moving average is to be taken for 3. Okay, getting my point here? We have to take 3 as a oscillation period here. So 3 weeks basically. What we are going to do, we will start by writing down the weeks as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First observe this properly, then once it is done, pause it and then write it down. Okay, first observe it properly. Next we have to write down the number of accounts opened. Okay, so first is week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second is number of accounts opened, that is the variable y. Now here the oscillation period is 3, that is the repetition is done in 3 weeks because the question is given 3 weekly moving averages. So we will create a column that is 3 weekly moving total. We have to make a total of the observations here, so we will write it as 3 weekly moving total. First we are going to make a total of these 3 values. I have given the indicator here which 3 values we are going to make a total of. So that would be 27, 20, 26, 27, 26. These 3 values will be added as and the answer will be 79. Okay, so that's the total of the first 3. Now we will skip the first 26 and then we will add the next 25 like this. We will move forward with one value. So next 3 values will be 27, 26 and 25. The total here will be 78. Once again move forward with one value. Now 26, 25 and 22 will be 73. Once again move forward one value, that would be 25, 22, 24. Again 22, 24, 25. Then 24, 25 and 23. Then 25, 23, 22 and then 23, 22 and 21. As you can see here, we are moving forward one place at a time and we are writing the answer in the middle observation. So from these curly brackets I have shown, I think you will get the idea which 3 values are totaled and in front of which value I am writing down the answer. Okay, so now as you are clear that we have to make a total of 3 values and write the total in front of the middle value, we will move forward with the last part, that is taking the averages. Now 3 value total is given, so what we are going to do is we are going to divide all the totals by 3 to get the final answer like this. So that would be 3 weekly moving average. First is 79 divided by 3, 26.33, then it is 78 upon 3, then it is 73 upon 3. Likewise we get the answer for each and every observation. Now as you can see here, we have got a trend. You can see that for the second week the trend value is 26.33. For the third week the trend value is 26. For the fourth week it is 24.33 and so on. So this depicts a trend. Are you getting my point here, students? Are you getting it properly? So this is the end of your sum. Yes, this is the end of your sum. No formulas, no equations, no functions, no estimation, nothing. You just have to prepare this table and you are done. We will take one more example to understand it. Illustration 9. Find the trend using 5 yearly moving averages. Okay, in your syllabus 3, 4 and 5 are the oscillation periods included. That means you will either be asked for 3 weekly, monthly, yearly, doesn't matter, but 3 period, 4 period and 5 periods. Right now illustration 9 contains the 5 yearly moving averages for the following data about yearly production in tons of a factory. What we are going to do is we are going to start by writing down the years 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 2016. Next, as usually, I am going to convert these years into our t variable, that is 1, 2, 3 up to 11. Then I will write down the production in tons. As you can see here, I have written down all the values very perfectly. You have to write it down without making any mistakes. And next, 5 yearly moving total. Are you getting my point here? That the previous sum was 3 weekly moving total. Here I am writing down 5 yearly moving total. Okay, clear? Now, what we have to do, we have to make a total of 5 values. As you can see my beautiful curly bracket here, it includes 5 values and the answer will be written in the exact middle value, that's the third value. So first I am going to make a total of 112, 106, 93, 90, 114 to get 515. Okay, So I made a total of the very first 5 values to get 515. But what I'm going to do next is I am going to move forward towards one value. Now each time making a total of the whole 5 values is actually quite tedious. So here I'm showing you a shortcut here. From the previous total, that is 515, I am going to deduct 112, that is the value which I skipped, and I am going to add 159, that's the new value which I added. Okay, because remaining 106, 93, 90 and 114 are going to be the same. Only difference is 112 will be removed and 159 will be added. So first value will be removed and the last value will be added. Okay, so that way I got 562. Okay, the next 5 values are 93, 90, 114, 159, 170. Here the 106 from the previous total will be skipped and 170 will be added. So what I am going to do, previous total is 562, I will deduct 106 and I will add 170. So that way it will be 626. Okay, let us again take an example here. Okay, this is my new. Here what I have done, I have skipped 93 and I am going to add 130 in the previous total, that is 626. So as you can see in the 626 I deducted 93 because it was removed and I added 130, it was added. Same way from the previous total 663 I will remove 90 and I will add 108. You have to be very careful in doing this kind of sums, because a mistake of a single value can ruin your whole sum here. The 681, I'm going to deduct 114 from that and I'm going to add a 113. The old value which is removed from this bracket is to be deducted and the new value which is added in the bracket is to be added. Simple, okay? So the last one is the last part of the 5 values. I will deduct 159, I will add 115. So I got all the values as you can see here. Now what I have to do is divide all the answers by 5. In the 3 weekly or the 3 moving average, I divided my answers with 3. In the 5, I will be dividing my answers with 5. So the 5 yearly moving average will be something like this as you see on your screen. But remember that first, second and 10th and 11th years have no answers. This is a 5 yearly moving average. That means the first answer which we are going to write will skip first, second and directly it will start from third. And the last answer which we are going to write will end at 9, 10, 11 will be omitted. So you are only going to get answers for the middle values. You will skip first, second value, the first 2 values and the last 2 values in the 5 yearly moving total and the 5 yearly moving average. In the 3 yearly method you will lose first and the last answers. In the 5 method you will lose first 2 and the last 2 answers. Okay, let us move forward to the next illustration. It will be about the 4. But before that, this is a graphical depiction of the sum which we just did. As you can see, the time is depicted on x-axis as 1 to 11 and the production values are depicted on y as 10, 10, 10 going up. Now, the scale here is 1 centimeter on x-axis as 1 year. This is a printing mistake by textbook. I can't do anything about it. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 tons, and this is the kind of graph which we get from the moving average method. The hectic too irregular graph which you can see here is actually the original series depicted according to our data, while this similar series, a more refined, a more regulated, disciplined series which you can see is the moving average series which we found using the moving average method. So this kind of change we are making to our original series using the trend. So this is also a great method for calculating the trend. Moving on, the last sum for this tutorial, but a very important sum. We have to find the trend using 4 monthly moving averages for the following data showing monthly sales in lakh rupees of a shop. Now the months are March, April, May, June up to December, and the sales is given. Now we have to find 4 monthly moving average. That means there will not be a middle value. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the middle value in 1, 2, 3, and 4? Can you tell me? It will be 2.5 actually. That is, middle value will be between 2 and 3. So whenever there is a question of a 4, monthly, weekly, yearly, doesn't matter, but a 4, you draw your table with one line blank between all the values. So on the next slide I will tell you how to do that. See here, the months: March blank line, April blank, May blank, June blank. Likewise you will have to draw the whole table. So it will get you will need to leave one line blank between all the months to do this 4 kind of a sum. Remember that in the 3s and 5s we didn't do this because there were middle values available, but in the 4s you don't have a middle value, so you will need to leave lines blank like this. Then you have to give them numbers 1 to 10. Then you have to write down the answer for sales in lakh rupees, that is 5, 3, 7, 6, 4, 8, 9, 10, 8 and 9. Okay. Then for monthly moving total, what you need to do here is you need to find a 4 monthly moving total. We will start with 5, 3, 7, 6. Okay, so that's a 4 month. As you can see here, the middle value is going to be in the blank line about here. So 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 6 makes it 21. Just like in this similar sum, how we subtracted and added one value, I am going to follow the same thing here. As you can see, we are going to skip the 5 and add the 4 in 21. So 21 minus 5 plus 4 will give you 20. Next, we are going to skip 3 and add 8 in the previous total, 20. Then we are going to skip 7 and add 9 in the previous total, that is 25. Answer will be 27. Then from 27 we are going to deduct 6 and add 10, we will get 31. Then in the 31 we are going to deduct 4 and add 8 to get 35, and in the last one we are going to deduct from 35 8 and add 9. So this way you will get your 4 monthly moving totals. But now in this particular method, as we have left one line blanks, none of these answers are in front of any months. Yes, once again, if you check the values, none of these answers are actually in front of any months here. They are in front of blank lines. That means they don't belong to any particular months, they belong in between the months, which is not actually acceptable. So what we are going to do, we are going to add one additional column to solve this problem. And in this column we are going to again make a total of these two totals. So that way the middle value which we will get here, for example, the first is 21, next is 20, we will get 21 plus 20, 41. This 41 is in front of May. So that way we will get the values which are in exactly in front of the months. We will move forward similarly. Now 20 plus 25 will be 45, then 25 plus 27 will be 25 plus 27, 52, then 27 plus 31 is 58, 31 plus 35 is 66, 35 plus 36 is 71. So you made the pairwise total to get all the answers in front of May, June, July, August, September and October. So your answer starts from May, ends at October. Now once again, in the first column we made a total of 4 values. In the next column we made a total of 2 values which consisted of 4 values each. That means this 41 is the total of different 8 values. This pairwise total column consists of the total of actually 8 different values. So when we find the average here, we will be dividing the 4 monthly moving average with 8. Okay. See, I will do it once again. that in the 4 monthly moving total, we made a total of 4 values. Then we made a total of these 2 values to get our single values. That means 4 plus 4, total 8 values were added to get the pairwise total column, and then we are going to find the average by dividing them with 8. So this way you get your 4 monthly moving average. The 3 and the 5 questions will be asked for 3 marks, but this 4 questions, the 4 moving average questions, will be asked for 5 whole marks in your board exams for the 12th. So this is a very important sum. What you need to do in here is first leave blank lines in between the values, then make a total of 4 values and write it in the middlemost blank line for each and every pair of observations, then make a total of the 4 monthly moving total pairs to get total of 8 different values, and then divide them with 8 to get our 4 monthly moving average. So this is how you solve this kind of sums. Next time what we are going to study is the exercise for this particular topic. Now here let me complete a bit of a theory portion for this particular method, the merits and limitations of the method of moving average. We will start with the merit. In the first merit, that the effect of short-term component is eliminated to a large extent using the averages, and the trend of the series is obtained. That means the main objective was eliminating the effects of the short-term components, which is achieved here using the averages. The calculation is, as you can see, no functions, no formulas, no equations, a simple addition, subtraction and division. So it is very easy to understand and comparatively less complicated, and it's simple. The limitation, the first one, if the interval, the 3, the 4s, the 5s, if it is not assumed correctly, if there is a mistake in those oscillation period estimation, then of course our whole answer will be wrong. Number 2, the estimate for trend of some initial and last time periods cannot be obtained. As we have seen in the 3s, first and last is omitted. In the 4s and 5s, first 2, last 2 are omitted. That thing happens, and so we can't find answer for each and every value. That's the main limitation. Last one, a specific mathematical formula is not obtained for future estimates. As you can see here, using the moving average method, we can actually only obtain limited values. It's unlike the least square method, using which we can estimate any value in the any series you want, future, past, in between, doesn't matter. Moving average can only be obtained for middle values, in between values, for which already values are available. It can be used for other things. So my dear friends, I end my tutorial here today. Next time we will solve exercise 4.3, and with that we will end our chapter of time series. Till then, stay tuned, stay home and stay safe.